Okay, so today's a bit of an exciting day. Um, I'll give you a little backstory. So when you're farming and you go through different equipment as you go, and as far back as I can remember, we started with like Caterpillar tractors. You've probably seen those. We still have three of those left. They're older, they're deteriorating. They're not good for everything anymore. And then we moved to some newer Challenger tractors, which was before I started videoing. They were gone long before then, and they were just lease tractors. Then we began to lease John Deere tractors, which you've seen in the videos. That's what we run. We have four of them, but they were on 5-year lease, and that lease was up this year. So actually, it would be in January. But anyway, we've renegotiated, and we have renegotiated for two of this new kind of special tractor. I don't want to brag or flaunt or anything, but that's not what I mean at all. This was a hard deal to work out. It was very tough decision to make. It wasn't like, just bring it to us or whatever. But it worked out. This is the perfect tractor for us. It goes perfect in the mud. It doesn't create big messes on the end where you turn with the tractor like the tractors we have now. It just has a lot of features that are perfect for our scenario. So, say all this to say that we got a new tractor today, and I'm gonna hop out here and show you, and I think you might recognize what kind of tractor it is. So let's hop out here and give it a look. There she is. So that's the tractor I'm talking about, the old 8RX. This is a 8RX 340, and I'd be lying if I told you I wasn't super excited about this. We demoed one of these last harvest for just, I think we had maybe like 10 hours to put on it or something very small. We just had it for like a day, and we put it on a grain cart and we tried it in about the muddiest conditions you could think of, and it did excellent. It was just great. It pulled the grain cart in places our tractors we have now won't even think about going. So it'd been on our mind ever since we demoed it to hopefully get one on the farm by the next harvest so that we could use it, because we always end up having some really muddy just some really muddy fields, because it seems like the rain always hits us during harvest, and that's just part of farming. So it's one of those things where we kind of wanted to be prepared for it. So they just delivered this today. We'll be using this one for harvest, and then they're actually going to be bringing another one of these in next April, because it had to be ordered from the factory. Plus our other tractors don't run out till, I believe it's January or February. So this was just kind of a initial deal to get us maybe through the mud this harvest. Hopefully there's no mud, but there probably will be. And then we're gonna get another one, and two tractors like we have already again. So I should probably back this thing out in the light where you can see it good, and do you a little, I don't know, montage. What do you say? Okay, so this tractor is pretty freaking cool, I must admit. I'm kind of stoked. I think anybody who looks at one of these and says that they don't think it's cool, or they're just like whatever, they're just lying, because this thing is pretty cool. I mean, yeah, they're overpriced and expensive and whatever, but they're a well-made, really neat tractor. And they've changed some stuff inside the cab that I've noticed so far. I haven't had time to just, look over everything, but it's got this little thing in the top where the radio was, and it lets you connect your phone and all that. That's fancy. This one has like electric mirrors where you can move them like your car. That's pretty cool. Coolest feature ever right here. Look at this. Yeah, that's a refrigerator. Yeah, that's a refrigerator. You're right. It has a plug-in, like a 12-volt plug-in. That's pretty cool. I mean, 120 volt. Anyway, cigarette lighter. The air conditioner works amazingly. I mean, like, it's killer. There's an antenna. It might be the radio antenna. It's got this cool pouch here. Okay, this is neat. When you swivel the seat, watch this. When you swivel the seat, the console moves with you. The other one's the seat swiveled, but the console didn't move with you. This is pretty rad. Okay, watch. You go here, it comes in. Whoa, it goes out, and then it comes back towards you. Okay, I'm stoked now. The steering wheel looks cool. The other thing about these tractors is that I remember when we demoed this one last year, or not this one, but one like it, it sets up really high. Like, our combine is over in front of us there, and I'm literally eye level with the combine. If the combine driver was in there, we would be eye level, which is way higher than the other tractors we have. It just has a really tall stance, so that's actually really good when you're grain carting, because you can see over into the truck more, you can see the combine more, you have more awareness. So I don't have any trouble with that at all. It's just something to get used to on a tractor, because we don't really have any piece of equipment that you're setting up this high. I mean, it feels like you're way up there on this thing, so that's kind of a cool thing. What is this? That's where they keep the manual. The more you know. There's not just a ton of places to like set your phone and like set your stuff. That's one thing I've noticed. It has a cool like pass through from the back to the front right here to go through the windshield for wires and stuff. That's kind of neat. But I got to get a radio mounted in here. That's one of the next things I got to do, because I'm going to be starting school in just a couple of days, so I need to get this thing ready for harvest, because I guess I've been kind of designated the radio man for these combines and tractors. One more cool thing. This is really cool. Ready? Foot pegs. Go right there with your feet. You go all day long just driving, no big deal. And then you can also turn to the side, which is ideal for grain carting. Turn like this, and then you can see back behind you and grain cart all day long. I mean, we're talking legit stuff here. This is going to be a nice grain cart tractor, and a really nice tractor for all other stuff. So I'm going to pull it back in the shed and probably go rip the radio out of another one and bring it back and stick it in this one. So let's get that done. Okay, so that was my little tour of the 8RX. Paul came down and checked it out. I put the camera down because I'm not very good at this YouTube stuff yet, but anyway, it's a super cool tractor. We really like it so far. In the next week, we're gonna probably get it hooked up to a grain cart and try to get all that lined out. I have cameras on the grain cart, on the unload spout, in the tank, and facing behind it, so you can see behind you. So that is something that I got to get hooked up, because well, it's just I got to get hooked up to the new tractor, because I don't know exactly how everything works. But that's going to be a project coming up. I'm going to go down here and look at one of the CB radios we've got at the shop and see if I can get it mounted in there right and get it hung. I put when we got those tractors, I guess it would be 5 years ago, we had some newer radios, Motorola radios, and I mounted those in there with the brackets that you can get from John Deere and screw into the mounting brackets on the side posts. And I didn't really like the positioning of it because when you swiveled the seat, the monitor would kind of get into it. So I can't speak today, but anyway, so I'm going to change that up, maybe try to hang the radio up higher or to the side more or something, just to try to get it out of the way a little bit so that it's not like, you know, all up in your face when you're swinging around and trying to do stuff in the tractor like that. So that is my plan. I don't really know when I'm going to be able to work on it because I'm going to Little Rock. So this may be all for this video. Thanks for watching. Please subscribe, like, comment, and we will see you in the next video, which should be very soon and probably have something to do with radio setup in an 8RX. See you then. Okay, folks. I don't really remember. I think I did some stuff about the shop in the last segment of this video that's on this camera here, and I don't think it was quite long enough. No, I was doing the 8RX video. So I'm back on the farm today, and I'm gonna go do the radio stuff in the 8RX, so we'll see if that gets on this video or not. If not, I'll show it to you later. But first of all, Penny got spayed 11 days ago, and she had to wear a cone for a week. It was horrendous. We called her the bulldozer. She plowed stuff over, people over, all kinds of stuff. But her cone is off, her stitches are out, and she is riding in the back seat. Penny! Penny! Good girl. She's been a little destructive here lately, chewing up stuff, so I figured it was time to go on a ride. I think she was getting pretty tired of wearing a cone on her head. So, big exciting news. I see people on top of the roof at the shop from here. It looks like there might be a hole in the shop roof, so I'm pretty excited to go see how that project is going. So let's go check that out right now. Okay, I'm pulling up right now to the shop. Penny's excited, very excited. Looks like they have themselves a tent on the roof, like a tent for shade on the roof. It looks like they have some of the roof off, so that's cool. Looking good. Oh yeah, we got some tin here on a trailer already loaded up from the roof. They're here with the trailers and stuff. This is looking pretty exciting. Alright, we're in here. Look at this. Nuts. It's like a bunch of the roof is on. Crazy looking. Penny's excited. Pretty freaking excited. It's looking good. Looks like they're putting wire up, and then they're gonna do some insulation and put the tin back. Pretty rad. Alright, so this is super weird feeling being in here with no roof. I thought I was prepared, but it's really strange. Like how bright the sun shines on you here. Weird. So that's what it's looking like. That's what it looks like, and it looks like they're getting started putting the new part on. I think they'll have this part on today probably. So we'll be back to check that out later. Alright, so that's looking crazy. Looking good. I'm so excited. I'm so excited for it not to rain in the shop anymore, y'all. It's gonna be great. So anyway, they're working on that right now, and I'm gonna run down here to this tractor that they're trading in, or not trading in, but well, technically it's trading in because we've been leasing this tractor since we got the 8RX earlier than expected. They'll take this lease tractor because the lease will be up anyway on this one, and we've run out of hours. Not run out of hours yet, but we're close. So we're basically swapping this for the 8RX as far as the lease goes. 8RX is more expensive, but it's new and it's gonna suit our needs better, so they'll take this highest hour tractor that we have. So I need to hop on it and pull the radio out of it. I did some work on the other one the other day, and I just couldn't. I didn't have all the pieces I need to mount it, so I think everything in this tractor is, I think there's everything I need in it. I can steal it, and then I do need to run over to Greenway in Stuttgart and grab a power pigtail to put on in the new tractor that'll actually power the radio, so that when you hop in the tractor and kick on the key switch, it will it'll fire it right up and turn the radio on. That way you don't have to get in. Okay, the camera wigged out on me and said it was getting too hot. Come on, GoPro. Come on, GoPro. Get your life together. We got to do a video here. Okay, I'm going to try to get a video done. We're going to hop in this tractor and take this radio out. So let's do that real quick, and then we'll get down to the 8RX. Alright, just hopped in here. This is the radio right here. I put these radios in here, I guess it was nearly 5 years ago when we first leased these tractors. I bought these brackets and put them in here. They have like screw holes that you put in the tractor. The new one has the same thing, but it also has a bar across the window. I'll show you. Alright, I'm back down here with the light's kind of weird. I'm back down here with the 8RX right here. I got a bunch of kind of random radio parts and stuff that came out of that other tractor. And so I've kind of got a plan of how I'm going to do it, but I got to sort through all this and get it fixed up how I want it, and then we'll hop up in the tractor and see if I can put this together. So let's get to work on it. Okay, just hopped up here in this tractor. This tractor has something already installed I'm going to show you that I think is going to work perfectly for mounting the radio and anything else that we put in this tractor. So you can see here it has a bar that's already mounted in here, and it goes down to there. One thing it's going to be nice for is sticking this camera to and making good YouTube videos, but it's also going to work perfectly for a radio if I can figure out how to fasten it right here correctly. So that's what I'm going to work on right now. Okay, so I got this done. I've got to go, like I said, tomorrow and get a power pigtail that will plug into this right here. I'll show you. See this? These come off, and that is a plug-in that actually comes on when you turn the key switch on, which the way I had these radios wired before, when you turn the key on, they didn't come on. You had to reach up here and push the power button, which is not what I want. I want you, when you kick it on, it comes on that way. If somebody's trying to talk to you, you forgot to turn it on, you can still hear them. You don't have to remember that step, because a lot of times that's not convenient. So I use this mounting bracket like I said, and I put some screws up here and mounted that, and then I put the radio in there. It's really solid. I've got to figure out a way to do the mic. I want to get one of those extendable things, kind of like truck drivers use, and put here. That way you can just pull it up to your mouth and talk. But I ordered one of those on Amazon. It won't be here for a little while, so I'm going to try to put this little baby up there somewhere like that maybe, so that you can at least secure the microphone for the time being until that comes in. And then I got this power cord. When I get the pigtail, I can just splice the wires together and it'll plug in right there. So that way I won't have anything crazy long or dangling or anything like that. It'll just be kind of right there all together and easy to do. So I'm gonna run down to the shop and see if I can figure out a way to fasten this on there. Tomorrow somebody can hopefully go to Greenway and pick me up some pigtails, or a pigtail anyway, and then I can get that done. But I think that looks pretty good. And one of the problems I had in the other tractors when I got all this hooked up was that I love the swivel seat feature on these tractors. So when you swivel your seat this way, I had the radio mounted right here, and it would hit the side of the radio, and you couldn't go as far as the tractor would go. This one is sweet. It has these foot pegs, and you can kick all the way around for when you're grain carting. You can see behind you. So I want to keep that just like that, and that's why it's perfect to have it up there. And once I get this mic up here out of the way, I won't have any interference. This will be here like this, so I shouldn't have anything interfering with the swivel of this seat that I'm so fond of. So I'm gonna run down to the shop and see if I can figure that out, and that's what we got going on. Spin this mic around. I will try to give you a shop roof update when they hopefully get the rest of the roof on here in a little bit, and we'll give you an update, and then probably see you next time. But we'll go check that out in a second. I think I got a fingerprint on you guys there, and then we will do another video next time. Hopefully we'll be probably washing that combine right there and getting these grain carts hooked up, because we got some rice that is looking really yellow and getting ready to cut. I don't know if you can see that field across there is turning a significant harvest yellow, the color that all us farmers are so fond of seeing. So that's coming up next. We'll go check the roof before we go home, and yeah, that's it for this video. Alright, turns out that they didn't do anything to the roof because, I don't know, I guess it was they decided to quit or it got too hot. It's really hot today. So you'll have to catch that in the next video, so watch out for that next video and you'll get an update on the shop roof. So like, subscribe, comment, and we'll see you pretty soon. So stick around and be looking out. Ding that bell up there and you'll know when we put out a new video, and you get your shop roof update. So see you then.